All right, the scenario is back in full effect. Long overdue, my brother Matt. How are you doing, man?
I think this is my first episode since I had to loan out my last name permanently.
Is this? So
I've been busy, bro.
Yeah,
it's been crazy.
Because you went on your honeymoon. You went to like 4 of the weddings.
I've been. I was in a last week. I was in the beginnings of a flood. I was in San Francisco where something is called an atmospheric river happened. Basically, it just means that the wind was so strong it was blowing the ocean water up on land, I think, and it was. I thought I was in the apocalypse because I'm riding down the highway in Oakland. And I look over on the side of the road, and there's a fire going on in the middle of the rain. I'm like, what the hell? Like, what is happening?
Are they still having those fires? Are they still having the
It was just like something caught on fire in somebody's backyard, but the fire was going so strong. The fire was going strong as hell. But like, meanwhile, I'm driving in like a torrential downpour. I was confused. I didn't even know what to do. I just thought I was in purgatory. I don't know what happened. But I got stuck in the airport for a day, ended up in Phoenix, and then ended up in St. Louis.
So you were stuck in Phoenix for a day?
I was stuck in San Francisco and Phoenix. I took a flight to Phoenix so I could get out the weather and then flew to St. Louis the next day.
Oh, dang. So you had to stay in the airport overnight?
No, I got a hotel, but still, I had to get a hotel in a whole nother state, in the same time zone. It was crazy, but hey, that's life. So yeah, I ain't been recording. I've been alive.
Played it simple.
I've been alive and I've been out here, but I ain't been recording.
Man, and congratulations on the nuptials, man.
We gotta first of all, we gotta get the pictures from that wedding in here because people need to see your outfit. Like, I was in here at one point in the wedding, I was just sitting around looking around. I looked over and saw you, and I was like, what the hell? What is good? I said, this cat's out in the middle of the floor looking like Catcher Freeman. I would right now in this moment. We need that picture. Like, you got to insert this picture.
Hold on, let me find it now. Hold on.
People can understand what I'm getting into. But yeah, the whole thing is the whole situation is wild. The whole situation is wild being in the mix like this. So
I'm finding it now, man. I'm pulling up now for everybody. If you're listening audio, you need to go and jump over to the YouTube page to see this right quick.
You really do. You need to.
I'm gonna pull it up here. Let's see. Let me find it. I was trying to go for like like reverse slave master. You know what I'm saying? Like looking like either like what was the character that Don Johnson played in Django?
I don't remember his name, but I know exactly who you're talking about. He had they was all at the Big Daddy. Big Daddy.
Yes, that's what I was going for. Hold on, I'm sharing it on the screen here for everybody. Hold on. Everybody, there you go.
I had to walk around the table and catch up with you because I was
and I had on some red and white patent leather J's too.
and it looked like you holding like an accordion or like a harp or something. Like, oh man, for your entertainment, for your post-dinner entertainment, you gotta do a show in that hat. Like, you gotta
man, I can't break that out all the time, man. I gotta make it special. I can't bring that back out into the spring.
You got to put that away for like a couple springs. Like, that's got to be like a Halloween special next time. Like,
yeah, man. That was because everybody was like, "Yo, where did you get that from?" I was like, "Dude, you don't know what Google searches I did to get to this point."
That was the whole situation for me too. Was trying to find something that I could. Trying to find mauve as a man is a challenge, but I found it, and it was there. So I appreciate the Google search. But no, man, it was a great time. I'm happy to kind of, it's weird to say I'm happy to have it behind me, but I am happy to get back in the seat and be able to do some more of our programming because I've been seeing how it's been getting held down on the other side, and brother's been cooking on here. I've been feeling a little left out of my own labels, but you know what I'm saying? Here we go.
So man, let's jump right in, man. Your boy DK Metcalf.
Hey, you brought this one too. Did I bring this to the table for you? No, you brought this table.
I think he had to. It just popped up. I don't know where I saw this at. So DK Metcalf turns down a girl he was messing with. She drives 4 hours to see him, I guess, a couple of times. They messed around. And she's almost there. He's like, yo, like an hour before, he was like,
it was a fly out.
Huh?
It was a fly out.
No, she drove.
Well, okay, I'm sorry. It was he had made the summons. Like he had sent out the word.
But he didn't pay anything. This is just like, yo, come through. Yeah. But
she didn't pop up on him.
No. He invited her.
Yes, exactly. Like his business just wasn't quite completed yet.
Yeah, so she's in Oregon, I think somewhere in Portland or something, maybe somewhere like Portland. And by the time she got on the road to do the 4 hours of Seattle, he had already decided that he was having a foursome and let her know that you could turn around. It was an hour before she got there. He's like, yo, my bad. I got a foursome popping. Go ahead and turn around. I figure she's going to still come.
Yeah, I don't have no legs for this right now. Like I gotta save some legs for Sunday, and I don't have legs for this right now. Like,
look, the idea of how you have to respect he's getting to that point of who was our other hero, man. We've been championing him for a while. What's our boy Lou, Big Lou, the lemon pepper Lou wings.
Oh, yes, Lou Williams. Yeah. Who shout out announced that this is gonna be his last season this year.
Oh, he's retiring?
I knew how it was going to go. Lou got back down to Atlanta and started realizing there was more to life than sports and said,
he already has 2 wives.
I understand, but now he needs more bandwidth for time at Magic City. That's the thing.
And then Lemon Pepper Wings is named after you got to embark upon this.
He got a big career ahead of him, and it don't have nothing to do with basketball at this point. It's deeper than rap.
Yeah, so DK Metcalf, the girl, it gets mad, still comes by the crib. She gets in, I guess, not to the crib, but like comes to his crib. She's sitting in front of his crib all on Instagram Live, letting everybody know how he's a 2-minute brother, all this kind of random stuff that, means nothing. So she goes on a 4-day rampage on airing him out. And all it did for me is respect DK Metcalf's hustle.
Yes.
The idea that he was like, you know what's better than 1? 3 more. Not just 2, 3 more women.
So, I mean, here's the thing. Like, what does it say about you when you getting triple teamed in the streets and on the field? Like, there's a whole different level of coverage he running right there, man. Like, that's not even a defensive coordinator situation at this point. How are you a defensive coordinator against yourself? And
the gangster part about it, he was so honest. He was like, yo, don't come through. I'm having a foursome. Like, no, like, think about the pure honor. Because most people are like, man, don't come through, man. My mama got sick. No, he was like, no, this is what you didn't make the cut. Which maybe even more of a slight diss. Like, I would have invited you in, but you didn't make that 4-piece cut. I already got 3 other better looking chicks. You didn't make the cut.
At this moment in time, I don't have the bandwidth for it. However, sweetheart, stick around. Somebody's going to get tired at some point, and I'm going to need to swap them out.
Like, he was like, man, still come through. It's all good. He ain't even diss her, no nothing. He was just like, hey, this. And she took it that personal. And I get it. You drove 4 hours. I get it. But we've all taken L's, man.
Well, I mean, the thing about it is just keep that relationship strong. Like, don't go on a warpath now, even though it's got her a little fame. So some brother that doesn't require a triple team in the streets and in the sheets, it will jump down and she'll find a.
Yeah, man, your boy DK Metcalf. Shout out to him.
Triple. I'm calling him triple from now on. People, you get triple doubles. He's a triple.
And you know what? He's getting in Seattle. And, I guess this whole, we're too old to be in the Instagram game hustle. We ain't been in the DMs. We too old to even known about that life. Like that's
my DMs. My DMs are mad wholesome. Like they're the most wholesome DMs in America. Like there is no. You can audit.
We missed that boat, man. We missed that boat. We missed the Tinder boat. We missed all that.
We didn't. We didn't miss the Twitter boat.
Not Tinder
window.
I said Tinder.
I said that we didn't miss Twitter. So we didn't.
Oh, we didn't miss Twitter. Twitter was our prime. That was right in the middle of that. That was our wheelhouse.
Yeah. That was a special time. But that time also is over. So
yes.
it is what it is. Speaking of things is over, let's hit our next cat. One brother by the name of young Carmelo Anthony. Um, so Carmelo's undergoing a little renaissance right now. He's out in LA, kicking it with the homies. To some questionable early returns, but we can save that for later on. But at any rate, the news came down that Carmelo is also lives in the world of imports and exports as well. There's a rumor that hold on, how did this go? Let me make sure I got this 100% right. That Carmelo exported 2 kids to the UK.
Yeah, he did Brexit. He did a Brexit. I don't know what we call it for how do you do it with twins? Like, because Brexit, I guess they block you from coming in, but they let his kids in.
So, like, I want to understand, like, how is this like this is like the rich man's version of avoiding child support? You just send the kids away instead of take yourself away?
No, I think he actually is still paying child support. He just didn't want them visually there. This is like when your old man having another set of kids across town. This is the same version that where you won't get caught. He still come over there and see you on Christmas, Thanksgiving, 4th of July, and if you blow up his sports, he gonna be there at all your games. So that's what's gonna happen here. He's gonna be over there for all the holidays, checking them out. The story it's your dad, wild, but you don't hang out with.
The story is OC though. This is one that quite honestly is very hard for me to relate to. There's a lot of really ballerific things that happen in this story. That's just off the charts. So he had a baby with another chick. That was a catalyst in him and Lala not being able to throw it back together, right? You know what I'm saying? That was a long time back. But then it was said that, they had a little bit of time, a little turbulence, but came back around. But then he was getting cozy on the yacht. Now, you remember when we had that out there, when he was out there posted up on the yacht.
So the running back, so he had another kid already before these twins, right?
I believe, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Yeah. So it said that he got pregnant with twins, and then that's when he had to do the export. He just said, I'm out of here. Melo's just decided to live in his own reality and in his own terms, though, which I think is the most.
Hold on. Are you saying they sent them to Earth 2? He sent them to Earth 2? Like to a
Melo summoned up Doctor Strange, who did like a whole thing for him. And then just like sent him back. Like he basically did like a preview of like
the
Spider-Man
twins in WandaVision.
Or what's the one that's coming up? I can't remember. Whichever one's getting ready to happen. But he had a whole situation that it's very hard for me to relate to. But here we are.
I mean, does Melo have any? I guess he's just done with Lala, but he's trying to save it, right? Oh, hold up.
Oh yeah, you're locked up on me. I don't know if I.
Yeah, yeah. I'm good now. No, I said basically, did Melo try to basically was he trying to save his marriage or trying to save face?
I think that it's absolutely saving face at this point. I think the marriage is already on the way out the door by the time you do something like that.
So he'd already knew that it was done for on that. He was just trying to save face. Where like, dang, I got 3 side babies.
Yeah,
that's a lot. That's a lot for in general, regardless of what kind of. If you're not a scumbag dude, you're embarrassed about that.
So here's how it's broken down. Here's how it's broken down according to the internets, which of course are never wrong. Says that she didn't feel bad about coming to see Carmelo, the young lady in question here, who alleges that. Oh, hold on. I'm not saying that. It gets real scandalous there for a second. I don't want no issues.
This ain't the type of show.
I don't want to be in a man's business like that. But it said that she needed a medical abortion, which means she had to be accompanied by somebody.
Okay.
And some places require. Carmelo, as being the co-author of the situation, was supposed to come up, but he never flew back from Portland to LA for the procedure. So instead of that, they called an audible. And they said at this point, to avoid the controversy, they agreed to fly her out to London to have the babies with the agreement that he'll come out there and visit when the season was over.
So my question, is she British already?
Great question. I don't know why it was London.
I mean, like, you just literally like just made a franchise team in London?
He had an expansion team. How do you create like the NFL should let you know that don't work? Putting a team over in London, you're just gonna have to bring them back, and it's still gonna be no good when they come back.
Right, because no city's gonna want them.
Well, I mean, word to the Jacksonville Jaguars. You shouldn't have your relationship should not be based on Jacksonville Jaguar tactics.
Yes,
because that's gonna bring Urban Meyer into it, and it's gonna bring in a first pick that still ain't getting the job. It's gonna be a whole lot of problems.
And it's gonna have Urban Meyer out his bar hanging out with other women on the street.
If you had to base your relationship around any relationship of any kind, it shouldn't be the Jaguars. It shouldn't be.
Yeah, and he was doing that. So hold on.
In a relationship, you want to consistently make the playoffs. If you try to win a title every year, that relationship is not going to work. But you just want to kind of consistently make the playoffs and not have too high of a draft pick. That should be the regular goals you have for a relationship. For a side chick relationship, you definitely can't be trying to win the title, but you definitely don't want to have the first pick because then you're managing it wrong. You just want to have you want to have a top 10 pick so you're getting some return back.
Yeah, so I'm looking up here now. I just had to figure out. I'm trying to figure out if she's British herself.
But you on Ancestry.com or something with it? You trying to figure out her?
Oh no, I'm just trying to look up how she looks, and sometimes those British people have bad teeth, man. So that was going to be my first inclination off the top. Oh no, this woman is British. So basically, he's trying to make them British citizens.
So he was trying to get behind the citizen card so he didn't have to deal with it over here.
Right. And it'd be like, I don't know them kids. They live over, they're British citizens. How those my babies?
But they're gonna have dual citizenship because of him.
I don't know about that. My name's Carmelo Anthony. I just know they British citizens.
So in your opinion, your expert opinion here, do you feel like that this was a brother trying to do street tactics that backfired on him?
Oh, 100%. And it was actually, this is commendable to a certain extent. Now, I don't justify you just sending your kids off to do whatever. But if you're going to be a dirtbag, be a creative dirtbag. These cats don't even want, like the most uncreative dirtbag I've ever seen is Terrell Owens' dad. His dad was next door to his house. And he did not know that was his dad.
Oh, I got you one better for that. Jack Nicholson's mama was his sister.
What? Hold on.
And he found out later on.
Oh, snap. So his whole life he thought his sister was his sister, but it was really his mother.
Yep.
Because she must have had him super young, I'm assuming.
Too young for that time period, yeah.
Wow. How long did it take before he found that out?
I think he was like
somebody needed a kidney.
I think he was in like his 20s or something. I don't know. But Terrell Owens' daddy was the Mr. Next Door, huh?
Next Door. He didn't even know that was the guy next door. And it was remember when Terrell Owens had that reality show?
Yeah.
And I was watching it, and I'm like, he tried to come over and like confront, like, hey, you my pops. He's like, no, I'm not. I was like, hold on. He didn't want to be his pops so much. This man had already been in 9 Pro Bowls, and he still didn't want to claim him.
You really gotta be opted out if your son get that rich and you don't want to be a part of the action.
Your son been in 9 Pro Bowls at this point, and you still didn't want to opt in.
That's heavy. That's heavy. That's a heavy situation right there. God bless them all.
Yeah. So we stay on the sports side, man. So
there's a lot of sports going. It's been a crazy, weird ass month in sports.
Let's just stay. We're gonna stay basketball. Kyrie Irving, man. Are the Nets going to trade him or just figure out a way to put cocaine in his trunk so they can release him for just cause?
First of all, Kyrie Irving with a cocaine charge is over the top. My mind is going crazy trying to figure out what that would look like. I don't see how you can trade him. What you going to get back? Like if I came right now and I told you right
perfect for them. Tell me Ben Simmons wouldn't work perfect for them.
He'll be good for that team, but that would be a bad look for the Sixers because
they need a shooter. They need somebody that's going to just do whatever they want. They want somebody.
True. I get it, but I don't feel like at this point. Look at the track record we got from Kyrie. I can't trade for that. I can't trust it. Here's why: the track record in the last 3 years has been he walked out he lied, basically pulled the Carmelo playbook we just had right now on the Celtics and quit and dipped on them. If you go back even further than that, he wanted to be the man in Cleveland and then had to dip from there. And LeBron left anyway. You're right. He led a whole fake revolt in the bubble, told people to walk out, not go do their job, not go get paid.
And he was not even ever going to be in the bubble because his team didn't qualify.
Exactly. But he was trying to tell other people not to go to work on a day that he was already off, which is foul as hell.
That he was still going to get paid regardless.
Which is foul as hell. Kyrie, like Kyrie, he had the whole flat earth
no, stop that, man. The idea that you're already going to get paid, you're straight to get paid, and you want other people not to go to their job and have to because they got paid. They were happy to do that to get paid. But you were
that's
good.
That's called being an inside hater, is what that's called. That's called being an inside hater, and I don't condone being an inside hater. That's just not the way I believe.
That part is lost a lot, man. That part right there, that he wanted you to not go to work, and he didn't have to go to work, and was still going to get paid regardless.
Exactly, exactamundo. Yeah, exactly that.
Your checks were still involved because your team qualified, so your checks were still involved.
Yeah, so you're going to get paid, but I'm not, just because you feel like I need to make a point. You make your point for you while you're at the crib anyway, which is basically the same playbook he's running right now because he's still getting paid anyway. Like Kyrie, here's what Kyrie has done. He's done two things masterfully. At this point, he's become an icon for people that want to game the system but still benefit from it. And then number two, he's become a double down icon for that friend you got that always want to make a point that don't need to be made, and he using all the wrong facts to make it. He's that guy. Everybody knows a Kyrie. Everybody knows a Kyrie. And at this point, you probably filtered him out of your social media. Like, y'all still follow each other, but you don't follow him.
And he always talking about how black women ain't good enough for him either. That's why he with the white women.
He the type of dude that's sitting there talking about how women ain't contributed nothing to society, but he working at Jiffy Lube, Walgreens. Yes.
That's my new one, man. I had to change it up. I got to change it up because everybody, the Jiffy Lube, I'm talking about that assistant stock clerk at Walgreens. They get paid like $13 an hour.
I got you. Or like a dude that all he do is bring you out your curbside delivery now. Like he don't make nothing in the kitchen. He don't clean up or do nothing. He like halfway clean up, but all he do is bring your food out to the car.
And they're telling the people in the back they need to cook fast still because it's like 8 people sitting outside.
And he ain't contributing absolutely anything.
Nothing else. But
that's Kyrie. That's Kyrie.
Kyrie is curbside service.
He telling people to not go to work and get fired on his day off. He makes my head hurt. I'm sorry. I can't do it. That's your guy.
No, he's not my guy. He's they need like in the Nets are at this point. Can't they find him now at this point?
I think that they probably can. I just don't know what the purpose is at this point. I don't know. They already said they're not going to re-sign him. Like they're just going to let it go. But
so
speaking
this
of
is
that,
last year. So he's
got some more. I think he's got like another year. So they just said when it's over, it's over. Like we're not getting into it anymore. You just mentioned them though. I want to get your take on Ben Simmons though while we're here. Like, do you know? I feel like once again everybody knows a cat like Ben Simmons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ben Simmons is the dude that he got the booth for y'all because he got a little bit of bread, but he don't want to talk to none of the girls at all to bring them into the booth. But when you do bring the girls to the booth, it's all about him, but he's never going to go outside and recruit anyone into the booth.
Ben Simmons is a dude to get a booth and then don't pour no drinks for the chicks.
Right. And let everybody know it's his booth though too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but cats when he ain't been in his booth though and everything for me though. I just signed my contract and everything, I do what I can do. I just brought the fellas out, doing what I can do.
But every time the fellas try to pour a drink, he feel a way about it. Like, dog, you can't drink all of this. Like, what are you doing? Like how you invite me out and then I can't have a drink? Like, what is that? But the chicks can't have no drinks either.
Nobody.
Ben Simmons. All right. So at this point, where's Ben Simmons at in the tainted legacy of dealing with the Kardashians? Where's he fall in? It's been another rough summer for them brothers.
So we got Kanye West. Is he one?
I don't know, man.
Or is Miles Austin one that we literally lost him?
Yes, I think he might have to be.
I don't know. He's on a milk carton right now. We do not know what Miles Austin is anymore at all.
He's gone. Him and Hank Basket even though Hank Baskett wasn't dealing in that family, like them two brothers got caught up in the Matrix and like they're out of here.
Yeah, Miles Austin is gone. I don't even know where he is. Somebody find me Miles Austin's Instagram. I just need to know if he's okay.
I got no clue. And the thing that makes me most sad about this when it happens, Lamar Odom. I mean, I don't know, bro. Lamar got to be. I think Lamar might still be number one.
Yeah, because you were like high and finna die at a bunny ranch.
Yeah, exactly. Like he went off for his last rites.
At least Miles Austin decided to go off and like be a monk and do his own thing, and it wouldn't hurt nobody. He
took the shine. He took the shine route. Like he'll be back as like a delegate at the United Nations at some point.
Hey, he's gonna pop up as a coach like at Southeast Louisiana State or something, like randomly.
Is that the school that Bobby Boucher went to?
No, that's you talking about the Mud Dogs. That's Louisiana. It's not Louisiana State.
It like North Central Louisiana Tech or something like that.
Yeah, it's like it's not Southeast Louisiana State is a real school though.
Okay. Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Okay, I just want to make sure you wasn't like relegated.
But it's close though. Theirs is like Southwest Louisiana State, I think.
Yeah, I was like South Central Louisiana or something crazy. Like that's where Les Miles gonna be next.
I don't even think Les Miles can coach no more, G. I think he.
Oh, not Les Miles. I'm sorry. What's my man that just left LSU? Yeah, I think Les Miles.
Ed Orgeron.
Yeah, Ed Orgeron.
Oh, yeah. Something like a Nicholls State or something, like all up in Louisiana, like McNeese State.
Yeah, I don't think he can leave. I don't think he can leave the state at this point. But
Louisiana Lafayette. Louisiana Lafayette, the Raging Cajuns. That's
perfect. Raging Cajuns. Yeah,
oh my God, he can stay there forever.
He is the Raging Cajun. He'll be there for like 30. He'll be there for like 30 years, minimum.
Yeah.
All right, man. So, but his last thing I'll say about Ben Simmons is that he's a rebel without a clue. Like he's about to leverage that mental health thing now. I don't care what nobody say. There's some people that are so ready to defend him. They're like, it's clear it's a mental health problem. I'm like, man, we've seen this playbook before. There are some mental health things that's happening. This is just a cat that overplayed his hand.
He came out like Kyrie Irving that took a mental health thing and happened to be around his birthday weekend.
Right, exactly.
Hey, I was like, yo, hold on, man. Hold on, dude. Like, that's like calling off sick and then your birthday has happened to be that day.
Man, that's like going to work and calling off sick. Like you there already and people see you and he's just like, oh, no, I ain't feeling good. I got to go to the nurse's office. Like, it ain't no nurse's office. You're an adult. What's wrong with you?
and then you see all the pictures of them at the club, though, that night.
Yeah, right. And then you calling people from work to come at you, come with you.
Like hey, man, you still coming through? Like, dude, I thought you was sick. No, you know how I play them.
No, you know how it is. Like, hey, dog, you out of vacation days, fam. I had to do your work.
Hey, and they got backed up at the post office because of you.
And now you done got your ass whooped by the cats you invited to come out with you.
Because they didn't get up till 11.
Right. They was there forever. They hella late to the club, but they coming to the club with black forces on for you. How your homeboys show up to kick it with you with the black forces on? You the cat they looking for.
Yeah, that's real. So last up in our sports section, man, Larry Miller already didn't kill somebody. Executive for Nike and the Toronto.
Hey man, walk the people through this situation because I don't feel like I'm confused. I'm gonna be honest. I'm confused about what's happening here, about how you can even stand up and say that this is something that you can admit to.
Yeah, so I'm gonna pull it up. So he's a Nike executive. So he's an older gentleman, brother, for everybody that likes to know the race of anybody. For our people that like to keep count of race.
He's an older man that loves
in an October 2021 interview with Sports Illustrated, he admitted to the September 1965 murder of Edward White. Miller was in West Philadelphia gang called the Cedar Avenue at the time. That sounds like a gang from the 60s. A friend who was considered an innocent was stabbed to death in a gang fight in September 1965. Later that month, Miller and others went out looking for anyone affiliated with the 53rd and Pine and shot the first person they encountered. The person was White. He spent most of his teens and 20s in prison or juvenile detention facilities. He told Sports Illustrated, including for his role in the teenager's death. While he spent time in prison, he never spent time in prison for the murder. While in prison, he studied for the accounting degree at Temple University. So I don't know if this makes sense. Did he go to jail for the murder, or is he going to jail for this? Like, this one is weird. And the fact this is an American dream. The idea he went to jail for murder or affiliation with murder and was able to get out and become an executive at Nike.
Hey, first of all, I got some theories here. I'd like to just throw out there into the space.
Yep.
Either this man is a magical Negro, has a magical Negro, so he's a black person with a magical Negro, which is already something else, or he put the merc on somebody else to move up too. Like he's
saying later on, you said in his actual career,
he might have some Marvin Harrison tactics. Like I'm going to succeed no matter what. Like, you know, Marvin was breaking off some nice routes, but there might have been some cats that were scared to jam Marvin at the line because they knew what that could mean. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you know that he could be that cat, people's just like, hey, you gotta let him. He gonna be successful one way or another. And I don't want it to be another way. You heard about him? Man, you better give him that promotion. Now he at the top of Nike. Because, like, say this again. He killed a white person?
No, it was another gang member. I'm assuming they're black.
Okay. I was about to say.
And that's probably why he was able to get away with it, because it was black on black crime.
They was just like, there's a statute you can get over. Here's my big question, though, now. By far, we'd have to bring in our legal counsel to the show to explain this to me. But I didn't know that you could kill somebody and then admit it later on.
That's the thing, is that it said he spent his teens and 20s in prison or juvenile detention facilities. He told Sports Illustrated.
So are we saying that he like caught a manslaughter and got out or something like that? Or did he murder somebody and get out? I'm just confused by how this works.
Yeah, no, the reading is off here because it says including his role in the teenager's death, but then it says he never spent time in prison for the murder.
See,
so maybe they said his role in death, and maybe they just kind of rolled all them cats together in that.
I'm confused. This is tricky,
and I think this is on purpose to confuse you. You don't know if you can lock him up.
They're saying that he never has been charged for the murder, so like he's never had to do no time for this murder. He was in jail for some other stuff, but they're saying he never got charged for the murder.
Wow.
How does that work? And like, there's nothing out here saying that now authorities are investigating or doing anything here. This cat might have just killed somebody and it's all good. Like, it's fine.
And he's got a general name that his family can't even figure out if it's like him or not. Nobody knows, because the guy's name is what did he say his name was?
Edward White.
Yeah, come on, man. That's 2,000 dudes in Philly alone named Edward White in 1965. Oh
my God, this is all right, man. New season of Black Unsolved Mysteries coming up soon. We're gonna dive deeper into this. This
is definitely a Black Unsolved Mystery.
We gotta talk about this, and we got to get the story of RVS from We Coming For You's neighbor. Still, we got to get that worked out.
Yeah, we got to get an update on that.
Yeah, we got to get all that sorted out. So new episode of Black Unsolved Mysteries, true Black Unsolved Mysteries is coming up soon as well.
Yeah.
All right, man, real quick before we turn the page on the sports world here, man. I got to say, man, Atlanta and Houston, two of the blackest cities in our black NFL rankings, are playing against each other in the World Series. And there's only two brothers in the entire thing and a brother managing. I'm disappointed, man. I wish that we would have that we could have had this worked out. But if we had an all black people from Atlanta versus Houston World Series, like we just went and played this game at Fairgrounds Park or turned it into like a softball game or something like that, the park would be popping. This is about as black.
Oh, you talking about like black celebrities and black people known from Atlanta versus Houston?
Just in general, this would be the blackest possible World Series combination that there could be. Atlanta versus Houston.
And you know the Oakland cats going to show up just because they didn't make it.
Exactly.
We had some cats going to show up because they didn't make it. Then Chicago,
there was some black. DC. There were some very black cities that was
just
close
show up and be out there talking shit on the sideline.
Yeah. Exactly.
Just be like, oh man, cause Marshawn Lynch and his crew will be there. You know.
So speaking of that, did you see that graph they have where what happens if you split the country down the middle and you had the East Coast take on the West Coast in a winner takes all shootout? Who's gonna win?
Oh, was it supposed to be like game? Or like what was the parameters for
just like the danger of the cities versus each other? So like you just split the country down the middle.
Okay, so where was St. Louis at?
In the East.
Oh shit. And we already know how this go down.
I looked at that East. It was like Detroit, St. Louis, like Chicago. You got like, yeah, and it's like you getting everybody, black people, white people, everybody mounting up. I'm like, they said there's some of the militias up in like Montana and like up
there, militias out in West Virginia and stuff too, and Kentucky.
That was my point.
And Tennessee and them hills.
I say when you start seeing them white boys, when you start seeing them white boys coming out the hills, and you got them brothers coming out them cities, I think that the east part of the United States would get down in a real major way.
It's too much space. There's too populated on the eastern board. So what was the split? What area did it split straight down through?
I think it split like on the side of like, it was like on the side of like the Dakotas, like down through like most of Texas. I think they put Texas in the west and then split it down like the.
But they went around Kansas City too?
Yeah, I think Kansas City in the east. Missouri's in the east.
Okay, so Missouri. Oh wow. So where's New Orleans?
They're in the east.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You got Detroit.
This is over. We're beyond this. I'm beyond this now. We Detroit, New Orleans,
Detroit, Philly, St. Louis, Chicago, New Orleans. Them white boys from the hills. Them white boys down south.
In Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi.
The lynch mob part of America, and then you got whatever the hell Florida is coming up too.
All California's got. All the West has got is California, Texas, and maybe them smaller crazy militias up and down the Rocky Mountains. That's it.
You got them deliver. You got where would Deliverance happen at? Was that out west or was that in like Tennessee or something? Or?
That's Tennessee, baby. That's
no. I'm sorry, man.
Already got it right. Deliverance is Tennessee.
I'm sorry, fam. Oh my God, you got like Ohio in there too. Like, no.
That's what I'm saying.
You got all them cities that Cameron was rapping about.
That's what I'm saying. And DC.
Yeah, I wanted to get your thoughts on that. They should let them get Mexico too. They should like let the West.
Now, that might change some things though. Now that might change some things. I'm gonna have to change this up. You add Mexico now.
They should get like the top of Mexico, like Warriors or like something like that or something.
Okay, no, before it gets down to Mexico City, I don't want none of that.
Mexico City could be problematic.
I don't want none of that.
Yeah. That's true.
Before I get deep in them cartel areas, I don't want none of
that. There's a lot of folks down there too. Like the per capita gonna get rough on
just numbers. Just pure numbers wise, you're gonna get overrun.
Man. Hey, so you got any thoughts on John Gruden before we turn the corner completely on
man, I don't feel sorry for a white man losing his job.
I'm gonna say this. The John Gruden case put a whole lot of stuff in perspective. It lets you know when you done gone too far. And apparently going too far is when you make emails that are going to be disrespecting people that aren't black. When you start disrespecting people's lifestyles, you can say whatever you want to about black people, but don't say things about people's lifestyles. Then you've gone too far.
No, so I felt like, how is everybody on the company emails wilding out like this?
That was the question for me. Because like I looked at this and I was just like, man, what's the most OC thing I've ever emailed at work?
That's what I'm trying to think. I'm like, did I have an OC? I was like, I wouldn't even think, if anything, if I'm going to say something wild to you, I'd jump over my phone and hit you on the Google Gmail joint like, yo, blah, blah, blah.
I think that might be like one of the elite levels of privilege I've ever seen in my life. Like, I was just like, y'all be at work? Like,
wow, like that?
On your NFL.com email address?
Black people never email like that. We're scared on general emails. You know, there should be a whole thing in black people. We reread our emails to even send on a general correspondence to make sure it doesn't seem like it's out of bounds. Yeah, let alone wilding like that, sending naked pictures and calling out people's names crazy. And
they was living. This just furthered the idea that I truly don't have a grasp on how wild the disparity is in this country.
Oh man, we got one more sports topic, man. We got to cover the Chicago Blackhawks.
Oh, that was OC. That was OC. Welcome into that.
So the Chicago Blackhawks, when they went to the Stanley Cup 2012. I believe 2011, 2012. They one of their assistant coach sexually assaulted another player. Mm-hmm. That player reported everything, said whatever he said with that. They were like, the Stanley Cup means more than what you have went through.
Yeah.
Now, fast forward 2 or 3 years, this same coach goes to Michigan and ends up raping a little young boy as well and changing his life. All this stuff ends up coming out the last 2 weeks or so, and it's just hitting the fan. So like the GM of Winnipeg Jets, Joel Quenneville, who was the ex-St. Louis Blues coach, he's down in Florida Panthers. I think they're finna let him go as well. It's just cluster messing up everything. The Blackhawks have paid like a $5 million fine.
It's off the charts, bro, because it's like this is the third thing that's happened like this that even I can just think of off the top of my head, and I hope I'm not missing anything else. When you got to think of like with the gymnastics scandal, the Jerry Sandusky situation, like, fam, what the hell is going on? Like, what?
Hey, look, the Jerry Sandusky thing is the thing that actually started us off with all this on the low. It was
the first thing to open the door.
Research that, like, that was our entry level to this level of crazy.
And it's gotten worse. Like, it's gotten like I don't want to rank this stuff, but it's like it just keeps the severity just keeps getting crazier and crazier and crazier.
But has it gotten worse, or are we just more aware?
Yeah, I don't. That's why I say I don't want to say worse, because I think anything that happened to any of these people is terrible. Yeah. So worse is the wrong way to put that. But it's just like it's become more frequently out there. You know what I'm saying?
Now, my one question is for the Blackhawks player: how did you get sexually assaulted by another man not in jail? And you're a hockey player on top of that.
I don't know, man. Let's like do is like linking opportunity. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, that's what I don't know. Like and when you hear the dude talk, he been through some shit though. Like you hear this interview, that's just one of my random hood ideas of like how do you let that happen? But we don't know what people going through, where they're at in their life, and what he was, like you said, what carrot was he putting in front of him?
Yeah, it was something. It's hey man, it's a wild world out here.
You think about the Blackhawks, if they would have reported it earlier, another little boy wouldn't have got assaulted later on down the road.
It's that failure. It's that failure to act, man. Like people have that failure to launch. Like they just is so deep in the system that they condone that shit. And it's like there's never a time for that. There's never a time for that. I don't know, bro. That's one of the ones that caught me like way out of left field.
And
like,
I didn't understand, because when I first was reading it and hearing it, I was like, what woman they sexually assault? I was like, they don't let no women, like hockey's probably you think that's probably the last like integrated for women's sport?
No, hockey's actually had women play in an NHL game before.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like in the upper office. I'm talking about the upper room.
Yeah, probably.
That's something, because they said it was somebody in management coaching. So I'm like, what person did what who was this? I didn't understand. And I was like, it was a player, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah, hey man.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of how people on a much lighter note, you don't know how people is living. It's time for entry chapter number 35 of Darryl versus Bow Wow.
Shout out to Bow Wow. You can stunt on the gram with planes, but you can't even stunt with your son correctly. You find out your year-old son is yours, and now you have to pay child support, which is fine. But you do a lot of other stunting and doing a lot of the stuff, and it's just real. It's real fugazi, man. I don't like judging dudes for that. And you know what? I do like judging dudes that don't take care of their kids, because it's real fugazi, man. Like, because none of them kids deserve to be here, regardless of what issue you had with the woman that you were with. That's on you and your personal decisions of who you having babies with. That's on you, brother. That ain't on her. I'm sorry.
So
we take the L. You take the L. If you do that, take an L. Look at what Carmelo did. He was like, you know what? It's on me. I'm going to send her out to London and make sure it's straight, though. I ain't not claim him. He made sure they were straight taken care of and sent them.
I'm going to have this Brexit real quick.
Yep, exactly. And they're going to be good. Like, I'll make sure they're good. And if somebody asks me about it, hold up, I'm keep knocking my camera. And if he asks me about it, I will say it to you. You can't put it in the public, but I will claim him. He was out there. Bow Wow was out on a full campaign saying that ain't his kid.
Yeah, Bow Wow was running that bad interference though. Like he ended up interfering on himself. How you get a penalty? How you commit a penalty on yourself though? It's the longest. It's the longest in a long line of the adventures of Bow Wow.
And it's a long line of sucker behavior too.
He's still selling them wave caps
for sure. He's definitely
okay. Wait a minute, hold on. Modeling those wave caps. I'm sorry.
Modeling. He doesn't own the company, right? He's an endorser.
All right.
of those. Which, if you want to endorse the scenario wave caps, we have no problem wearing.
I'll wear the hell out of wave cap. I had that little line in my forehead again.
Oh, and I'll make sure that'll be a part of it. Like it's a part of the ad. You gotta lift up the other part of the ad to know how that you really had your wave cap on. You can see the line. Like I really wear mine.
Scenario edition wave caps, 2 tones with the extra tight strap. You got to turn around in that.
And I'm gonna let my wings fly on mine. I ain't gonna tie up in the back. I'm gonna let my.
You're gonna be looking like a straight up Ninja Turtle with some scenario wave caps on. Like it's gonna pull down over your eyes. You're gonna be looking like my man off Fat Albert.
No, Bow Wow, man. I mean, I just have a thing. This was sucker behavior, man. And I know he's popular, whatever he is. He's already fighting with people over his stage time for this tour that I didn't even know is a real tour, the Millennium Tour. And that's when I'm priced out of that area code of youngness. And they're pricing themselves out as well because they're in their 30s and they got 15 people on one bill. And that's when you know it's going bad.
That's that post-pandemic jam. It's back again, man. The post-pandemic jam is still here.
It's gonna be here for a while too. We're gonna be
it's gonna be here for a long time. It's gonna be a lot of struggle for people that's trying to avoid the struggle.
Yeah, so let's keep it moving forward. We got my boy Bow Wow. Let's go, man.
2 fingers in there.
You want to go to? You want to say
two fingers in there? 2 fingers in there for Alpo.
Oh, we are. Man,
no, not for AKA, not 2 fingers in the air. It ain't quite that bad.
No, but man, they killed Alpo. Now, I know some people, I've seen some people like, why do we even care? Yeah, you know what? People care about John Gotti too on that side of the game. People care about it's just some street fun, legendary stuff. Alpo getting killed is like if Sammy the Bull Gravano walked out his Phoenix home and got shot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one caught me off guard because I just wasn't even thinking about that being a possibility.
Yeah, he just got out of witness protection program.
Yeah, like so that's another example about why when you go into something,
you
sometimes it's a good idea to stay in it.
You see Ray Liotta stayed in the witness protection program.
You damn right. You damn right. What are you gonna do? It's like you get a promotion at work and you be like, all right, now start me over. Take me back to hourly. The salary is getting too big. Take me back down.
And look, that's and the people are like, man, I don't care about the street. Dude, that street New York stuff is a pantheon. It's just like the mafia, like we said, the Irish mafia, the mix. It's just a mythos of things that people that aren't in crime just attach themselves to and want to see and want to learn about. And like Alpo being killed is crazy, man. And the dude is a slimy dude. If you read about and see anything about him, he's a slimy individual overall. He'd bang out your girl and then have you killed because he owe you money for drugs you got from him. Like just crazy stuff.
When you out here living like that though, you don't even got to come out the witness pole for that. Like you can literally at some point somebody gonna just Omar you.
Yeah, but I was listening to if all our street legend people, all the people that I'm bringing y'all into, my blackness. We're going deep into blackness here for everybody. That just for a second, for a minute. I was listening to Cavario. Cavario is like he owns Feds magazine. You know what I'm saying? All the jail magazines, Feds, and as well as Kevin Childs, who owns Don Diva. They were saying that they wouldn't be surprised if he did something present day to get himself shot. Like he was that kind of dude where it wasn't like this might not have been an old beef. He probably did something recently to somebody.
Like the game ain't left him. He just
he doing grimy stuff, messing with somebody's girl, doing something shady already. They were like, dude, those beef are from 30 years. He got locked up in 91.
Yeah.
So they were like saying like he may have did something in the present day to get popped, not necessarily old beef.
Alpo got a lot of that shug to him. Where it's like as long as he around, he gonna be mixing it up.
Yeah. He's definitely gonna and that's his demo, man. And
hey man, we gotta do like a top 25 black street legends at some point.
As quiet as kept, Alpo's gonna be in the top 10.
I know.
That's what I'm saying. Like him dying and being shot outside of a club and 5 bullets precisely hit in the chest is crazy.
Yeah, that's what at some point, you know what I'm saying? When you've been doing the game for that long like that, though, you be getting some legacy shots at you too. Like somebody kid who, you know what I'm saying, you caused an issue for him back
But
in
the
the
old
day.
heads that were in the game with him were saying like they wouldn't be surprised because he's so grimy of a person that ain't had nothing to do with no OB. They're like everybody that was involved with you is locked up. They don't even know what you look like no more for real.
Hey
like,
man, here's the one thing I know, man, is that sometimes when you cross some lines, they can't be uncrossed and they don't erase them.
And them beasts be sitting out there. It was a kid that went to jail and because he ratted on all these people. This dad's locked up for 25 to life because of you.
He was feeling away about it. Hey man, them walls, them concrete walls.
First of all, why are you back in Harlem? And you got away with snitching on. Why are you in Harlem? Period. That's that blows me.
I mean, that's when some people just be beckoning for it, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? To me, honestly, it sounds like it's consistent with what he's about. Like he was gonna walk this earth.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna walk this earth. He's gonna be who he's gonna be. Everybody knows people like that. You know who else is like that? Who gonna walk this earth and he gonna be like who he gonna be?
Who?
It's Jada Pinkett.
Oh shit. Well, we gotta go to Jada Pinkett and say we gotta go to.
She gonna walk this earth and she gonna be who she is. And she's decided that and she don't care about it. No, I'm going to it right now.
Okay,
I'm going to it right now.
You know,
we got another thing in here.
Yeah, we had a actual setup for this, but go ahead, man.
I'm going off script. It's time to go to it because yesterday was Halloween, and I tell you what, if you really want to scare somebody, don't dress up like Freddy, don't dress up like Michael Myers, dress up like Jada Pinkett, and just chase Will Smith around.
Oh.
How is the biggest horror in your world somebody to live in your same house with you? Talk to me. I don't understand what's going on here. I don't understand how this keeps happening. It's like it's been going on for a straight year now.
Well, I mean, I'm not surprised because the August Alsina thing made it more palatable. Like that whole thing, like kind of blew the roof off of their situation in their marriage. And now instead of falling back, Jada's embracing it like Darth Vader. I'm embracing everything I feel. You know what? It's because I can see it from Jada's perspective too, for certain extent, because Will had this whole catered thing of how he wants a family to be built, how he wanted to look. You know, he talks about like how he wanted Willow to do this stuff, Jaden to be an actor and all these kind of different things he wanted his kids to do. And everybody's kind of, maybe it's almost Will's fault that everybody's revolting against him of what he expected everyone to be and do.
I mean, that's a cautionary tale though, right? Like I've seen it because like, you know, Sleep, shout out to Sleep, you know what I'm saying? They definitely Sleep contributing heavy content to the network right now.
Just
we'll talk
post
about
it.
that.
Make y'all check it out. Just post it.
Yeah, so shout out to Sleep. He posted a picture of little dude on Halloween yesterday, dressed like David Ruffin, and he said, "You know that little dude wanted to be an Avenger. Why you got him dressed like that?" But you know what? I say that to say that, yeah, man, Will had that architecture. He had that thing he wanted to do, and he ended up making a couple of Kyries in the process because it was like, hey, we're gonna fight against this situation and this whole thing. I mean, but he did. But here's the thing, though, keeping in the spirit of what we do here, and people that got a long history with the program gonna know he's also responsible for the first free black man too.
Very
so. I mean, true. So the program might have worked just in another way. So is this the first question I got for you? Is this the penance that Will got to pay for creating the first free black man?
Yeah, because. Also, I think Jada
somehow the man always gonna get you.
Jada's revolting against him on if you want to keep it in that vein, because then he move out at like 16 and get his own crib and emancipate himself. Yeah.
But you know what though? He probably saw what was going on in that house, and it's like, man, it's only so long you can see your daddy probably get dunked on by your mama, and you're like, I got to get out of here. I got to be done with this.
Or August Alsina, maybe the August Alsina thing made him leave the crib.
So let's not bury the lead. Let's go back to the beginning about what we got popping here, though. Is that Jada came out and said that she's tired of having sex with Will.
But that's not. That wasn't a full statement, though. The full statement.
It wasn't the full statement. But here's the thing, and we won't make the whole statement about it. She was trying to make a bigger point, and it was wrapped up within there. But there should be at no point in your marriage. Now, I only been in this for 3 months, so I'm not sitting here professing myself to be the wise soothsayer. However, I did retire from a game that I was a part of for multiple decades. And there was at no point in my career, at this part of it or the one that preceded it, that I ever wanted to be anywhere close to a statement that it was about somebody who was tired of having sex with me.
Yeah, that statement should never came out in general, period.
Yeah, it shouldn't happen.
Feel that way. And now the idea is, now I will give her credit if she really, really feels that way. That's some super, super honesty shit right there.
But here's the thing I'm gonna say though: are all truths meant for public consumption?
Not at all. I didn't say that. I didn't say it should have been public consumption. Now, I'm saying that it was super gangster that she was upfront about it, but definitely not the place to be with that.
Yeah, it ain't so. All right. So now let's not. I don't want to bury the sister. So put the reality out there about the situation, about what was said.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, throw it out there. Like, what was really the situation?
I mean, it was basically she was saying that, you know, she was bored with him and everything, but then it aligns with the whole August Alsina thing, though.
So,
because when did August Alsina happen? Was that July of 2020?
Yeah, it was like that was early pandemic.
So they needed another, and then you can look at the conspiracy thought of it. They needed another thing to pop off with it to get some more stuff on that red table talk.
So here's my biggest issue is that I don't think you should ever be using your marriage to drive eyes to your content. Like, your content just got to be good without that.
But you live in a different world.
That's the
different world. Their whole relationship, those marriages in Hollywood, a lot of them are based off their content of their family. There's
sure,
split they shit out. You know what I mean?
When the last time Jada dealt with some dude who wasn't notable? And when's the last time Will dealt with some woman that wasn't notable? You know what I mean? Like, they not out here for that up and down.
With a notable dude since she was at Baltimore School of Arts.
Right. Exactly. So,
like Baltimore School of Arts in high school.
So you know, people saying around that whole Lemonade thing with Beyonce and Jay-Z that it was a farce. That like it wasn't. There was like they was putting on to move units. Do you feel like they running the game on everybody else here with this?
Could be. I'm not. It does. I don't put it past them.
It doesn't. It makes so little sense that
but you see the first free black man. He's not a part of any of that. He doesn't.
No, I get it. How you bring?
Why I can't say Willow's a first free black woman because she's involved when it. Hey, Jaden be like, I'm out. I'm free. I'm
a
black man.
Jaden like I'm not even coming over.
It. I'm not on. I don't do none of that. Like,
I'm not even coming over for Thanksgiving. So actually, like, I ain't even my.
He's got a half free son. The other son, the oldest son, Trey, is halfway free because he don't deal with none of the shit.
Yeah, that's true. He hop in a couple of pictures every once in a while, and that's it. Like, he's like, I ain't dealing with it.
Dude turned down a scholarship for college to UCLA for football because, like, I don't even want to deal with this shit.
So let me ask you right here then. So do you feel like they gaming the system and we going along for the ride? Yes or no?
Could be.
Okay.
Very possibility.
It's a real conspiracy.
But let's stay in the zone that they aren't playing this. Let's play in that sandbox for a second.
Let's say they not. All right, let's say they not.
Let's play in that sandbox for a second.
Some got to give, fam. I can't be out here like this.
Keep in mind, folks, we're gonna play that sandbox for a second. It doesn't mean that.
Oh, I'm not leaving it. I'm not leaving the sandbox. Hell no. Because if you put it out there that way, I'm gonna at least tee it up because you know somebody gonna try to relate some situation that they're in a dusty relationship with somebody at work at Culver's trying to hype it up the same way. So I'm gonna be here definitely to see what it does for the culture at the very least.
So what do you think that she was violating in that overall thing?
Absolutely. I think she's been violating from the very beginning, putting this stuff out there. Like there's some things that you do. There's some things that you do when you're done with a situation, but you cannot do it while you're still in it. And you can't be 1 foot in, 1 foot out either. You just can't. You can't do it. There's a way you can't make a man look if he's the father of your children, unless you truly got real disdain for him.
And do you think that Will Smith is so?
But you know what? You know what though? At the weird time though, I still don't look at Will and feel like he looked like a sucker. It's just a very strange.
I feel like he's a victim.
It's a very strange thing. Yeah, because here's the thing: Will's also negotiated saloon doors on his relationship. So like, if he feeling the way about it, he could just step out and do whatever it is he feel like doing.
But my thing is, Will's still about. He was like, "Yo, if y'all don't want to have this patented image, I still do for me personally. So I'm not gonna be having my shit out there at all."
Yeah, Will basically say y'all do what y'all gonna do, but I'm not participating in it.
Yep. If y'all want to reveal stuff at the red table, cool. Will Smith won't be.
He just can't be showing up at that table though. He can't be on there like having to face up to it either though. That's when I wonder if it's all for the gram or not.
That's what you say. Okay, because
I don't know if you watch. Do you watch Succession?
Yes, sir.
So he looking like Kendall Roy right now, and that's not a zone you ever want to be in.
Yeah. Like, do you think that there is if Will does have another woman somewhere else, how much is he paying her to be still down, like to not blow the whistle? Or I think Will been gangster of a woman.
Yeah, Will been in the game for so long that he just probably is just with another OG who's just like, it don't matter to me, we good over here.
Or do you think it's another woman that's already attached herself, so therefore she has a lot to lose herself? Absolutely,
and she ain't in the same situation as he's in, where it's like he's really out here. Like, yeah, I agree with that. This is celebrity, true Black unsolved mysteries right here.
Who is the person he could be with?
I want suspects. People send me some suspects in. I will investigate the possibility, and we'll figure it out from there.
Yeah, I could see somebody like Nia Long being in it.
I bet you it's Melania Trump, who clearly been 1 foot out the door of her relationship, but she from another country, and she probably looking at it like,
hold on. I got to do the split screen here now. Hold on. So you're telling me that Will Smith is actually even blacker than we thought? He's going inside literally Trump's situation.
He's inside the White House.
Literally.
Butt naked and iced out. Word to Cornell.
Hold on. So that would be amazing.
The branches on the trees, my brother, stretch out deep. She wasn't happy in her situation. She was just along for the ride. That brother was along for the ride, and he saw an opportunity.
What if he had messed with Candace Owens or somebody too?
Oh, Christ.
Like he just had a whole Republic. What if we saw his list was all like Republican women?
Will Smith an inside agent?
No, he's want to knock him off just for like.
No, I know exactly. I'm saying he like a sleeper cell. He in there like Jason Bourne.
And just forget at coffee party, like, yeah, I hit Candace Owens off in Kentucky. I just flew out just for 2 hours.
This is for conspiracy, brother. And you know why? Because he was an enemy of the state. Will Smith told us this a long time ago when he was in that movie with Gene Hackman.
All right, man. Last up, you got something for the women of Alpha Kappa Alpha.
Well, I said this because that actually connects with this part of the story as well. Yes. Because Jada Pinkett is an honorary AKA.
Hold on, that's true?
Yes, that's very true.
I've never seen her work. Is she just like whatever? Y'all can put my name down.
She's an honorary. So here's what I'm gonna say: the big hoopla came up about Insecure, about Amanda Seales wearing the AKA letters on Insecure. People felt a way about it. It's not the first time that we have seen some people be misrepresenting letters, wearing letters, doing things like that. I clearly can't sit here and stand on some pedestal because I'm a Kappa, and we had the whole Bootsy thing where people look real dumb on both sides of that entire thing last year.
I still think should be our first honorary member. But go ahead.
But it's not happening. So here's the thing about it. But I'm glad you say honorary members, because my biggest issue with this is that, man, yeah, I get it. You don't want to see somebody else wear your letters, but I feel like this anger is misdirected if it's being pointed at Amanda Seales or being pointed even at that show. Who you should be mad at is your IHQ for not getting paid for it. Because if they didn't sanction it and they was out there doing it, that's real flagrant. And it's even extra flagrant because the other chick on the show actually is an AKA. Why wasn't she the AKA? The other one, I can't remember. The other chick that's on the show, she had a whole tweet about it. What's her name? Kelly on the show?
Oh, the chick Kelly is AKA. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Why wasn't she just the AKA in the show when she's an actual AKA? Like, I don't get this. But so this is a whole misappropriation thing. You're upset. And I get it. I understand why you would be upset at the situation. But here's the thing I'm going to say. You already have honorary members. It's not like they haven't been giving away the letters in the first place for a long time anyway. So it's not like it's unprecedented in the history of the organization to see somebody just have the letters on who probably is just like, oh, cool, I'll take them. So, you know what I'm saying? I guess.
Is there any pictures with Jada Pinkett wearing the AKA letters?
No, but if you Google Jada Pinkett AKA, you'll see the whole thing about where she was an honorary member. Just
But,
Google
but
that.
do we have? I mean, yeah, they just sent her a letter saying you're AK, but is she actually even representing?
I don't know. I'm not doing that much research about it. but what I am gonna say is that be mad at the sorority. Don't be mad at them. I mean, hell, then nothing happened to them. You know what I'm saying? They just decided that they was gonna do it. They decided that it was a plot device, and then the organization didn't step up and say, "Hold up, that ain't right," until after the fact.
Would Kappa Alpha Psi let Barack Obama become a member? Is the
no. If he pays his dues, he can get in. If there's one thing I know about Kappa Alpha Psi, they are not missing a chance to get a check. They are not doing it. They ain't doing it.
He's honorary, but he pays his check.
No. At that point, you just go get brought in like everybody else. If you go pay to get in, you're not honorary.
Hold on. So, how many people would travel for the process of Barack Obama?
You don't gotta go nowhere. Where you live? New York? Go join New York alumni.
No, I'm saying how many people would travel from other places?
Oh, ain't no. Hey, I can't speak to no processes. I don't know nothing about that.
No. I'm talking about like when he comes in. Like would it be as big as the actual inauguration? Like Barack Obama is a member of Kappa.
It'd probably be insane. But I doubt that we would get, if he was open to honorary memberships, I doubt we'd get to him before the Sigmas did. So sorry.
Shout out to Bill Clinton.
Yeah, right. All that. So yeah, man.
I just hilarious though. If Matt texts me like, "Hey, man, I gotta go to a secret meeting," and then you come back like, and I see Barack Obama like, "You went to that meeting for Barack, huh? For Barack."
Don't call me for no secret meetings. I ain't coming. That's how you end up in jail.
Hey, in 2021, that's very true. That's like the prequel. Like, I shouldn't have never went to that meeting. Like,
I'm not going to no secret. You ain't gonna see Matt Whitener at no secret meetings. not in this day and age. I'm at the crib. I ain't got no time for that. I barely got time to make shows, let alone go to secret meetings.
Like Barack Obama's, we're gonna induct him and be like, "Hey, this is a setup, right?" That's when you know somebody's trying to set you up. Somebody trying to set you up like a good. Yeah. That's how Alpo got set up. Like, you know, we finna.
Hey. So I got an idea for us before we get out of here. I got an idea for what we need to do. We got 364 days to make this be a thing. We need to next year have a scenario Halloween party where everybody got to dress up as a legendary Black figure.
Ooh.
Everybody got to come. If you got kids, they got to be little Black history, little Black. It ain't got to be Black history. Just somebody notable from Blackness of all time. It could be somebody you know. I don't care who it is.
It could be Lester Earl, your homie.
It could literally be anybody. Scenario, big blowout, Halloween party. Everybody got to be a Black character.
But you got to have your vaccination card.
Like, I don't care. It's like, even if your character is like loosely related with Black folks, like, you could be Darth Vader. His voice a vial of the vaccine for COVID. So he's scared for Halloween. So he scared everybody.
Man, Matt, where can everybody hit you up at, bro?
Hey, man, you can find me on Facebook and Instagram. You know, I still don't mess with that other thing, or Meta, or whatever it is. Whatever it is, I'm on there. You can find me, follow SOLC. You know where to find me at there. I'm gonna be getting back out. I don't want it. At this point it's a beef with the establishment for me. At this point, I ain't doing it. Hey man, what do we got coming up soon on the network, man? Tell people what's
we got down. We coming for you's recording this week. They said we got another Just Posted coming. We got I'm trying to remember. Oh, commentary's got something else coming dropping. You got Politics as Usual is coming back soon too.
Politics as Usual was definitely on deck. We was talking earlier today about what we got coming for that. We also about to get the next fan page together on Facebook. We're gonna do this one. It's gonna be for the Scenario Sports, real topics. We're gonna run that page up to the relaunch of the show. Now I'm back free in the world.
And Matt's doing that with Family Guy thing where Family Guy had to come back and they had to get all the petitions.
yeah. I got to go to Congress to get the show back on the ground. It's Congress telling me to do something. But yeah, we're gonna have that page coming first on Facebook. Yo, shout out to all of the fan pages that just be doing numbers on Facebook right now. Like they're just on a whole nother level. I think that I love 90s music. Like it's wild how that works out. So keep the love up, man, for all the ways that y'all supporting SOLC, man, and what we got popping. Yeah, it's insane. It's dumb what it is at this point. But keep supporting the brand, y'all.
Yeah. Hit us up, SOLC Network. All the other pages are on the one Instagram page. You just click on there if you want to see everybody else's other fan page from that. I don't think we need a scenario fan page. You go to the SOLC Network fan page. That's basically our fan page. Everyone else just leeches in on our fan page. So you meet us there.
Hey, man, keep supporting the network, man. It's good to be in the building. We're going to be running this one back real soon, man.
Oh, yeah, that was definitely y'all. Peace.